update us.
Okay. Well, on Saturday, January 18th at approximately 9 a.m., the Amherst Police responded to Amherst Road for a report of a child not breathing and unresponsive. The child, Mayona Smith, 3 years of age, was transported to ECMC where she was pronounced dead. An autopsy was performed by Dr. LaPointe, which determined that the child had suffered from blunt force trauma. There were also indications that she had been subjected to physical and sexual abuse prior to the injuries that caused her death. The investigation is continuing, and anyone with information is asked to please call the Amherst Police at 689-1360.
So you said blunt force trauma. What was she hit with? Where was she hit?
She had internal injuries that were revealed by the autopsy. I can't really comment on the mechanism of injury other than that.
What about suspects at this time?
We have nobody that we're calling a suspect. There were 2 persons in the apartment with her when she was found. That was her mother and the mother's boyfriend.
Who called 911?
Family members.
Do we know someone in the apartment?
Yes.
So it could have been the mom or the boyfriend.
Yes.
But you don't know who.
I don't have that with information right now.
Does it seem like this abuse has been going on for a while?
There were indications that there were older injuries to the child, other than what caused the death.
Do you know if CPS had been called to this home?
I don't know that.
Where are the parents right now?
They're not in custody. I don't know their exact whereabouts right now.
And is the boyfriend the father?
No.
And is he being looked at by any chance as a potential person of interest?
Both individuals were interviewed at some length the day of the incident, and one of them invoked his right to counsel.
Which one?
His.
You said that the blunt force trauma wasn't revealed until autopsy. Does that mean there was no obvious or gross signs of mistreatment upon initial arrival?
It's my understanding that there was bruising, but the injuries revealed by the autopsy were far more significant.
And old?
New and old.
Can you tell us what happened when they called 911? What did they say happened?
I don't want to get into that.
Okay, so no arrests have been made, but the only 2 people living at the home are the boyfriend and the mother. Where's the disconnect here?
I'm not sure that the boyfriend is a full-time resident there. He was there at the time when the body was discovered.
So is mom really the person that you guys are looking at then?
I can't really describe where the investigation is leading.
Can you describe the scene? Was she found in a bedroom? Was she found in a living room? Can you describe a little bit of what happened when the police first arrived without giving out the investigation?
That I don't know. Sorry.
Are there other kids in the house, and what ages?
There was also an infant child in the home that appeared uninjured
Where's that baby now?
with family members.
Not with the mom and the boyfriend, or with other family members?
That's how we left it Saturday, and I'm not sure right now.
Do you know the age of that child?
Approximately 1-year-old.
Do you know how long the mom had been living there?
I don't know that.
And is there any history with this apartment or this address in particular?
We had no dealings with those persons at that address.
You know, the community hears something like this, and neighbors have a lot to say about it. As a police officer, when you're investigating something like this, can you kind of comment to the nature of this type of case?
Well, it's very unsettling, and we're hoping that if anybody has any sort of relevant information about those people or this situation, that they would come forward.
What are you hoping to learn from people who might come forward and call you guys? What could you possibly know that you don't know?
Some sort of history with these people that we wouldn't be aware of.
I guess if you take your police hat off for a second, are you a father, or you have, I assume, have children? When you hear that this is a 3-year-old who was severely beaten to death, physically abused, sexually abused, as a father, as a man, what goes through your head?
It's very upsetting that you wouldn't think that in this day and age you'd have to be investigating these sorts of things, but you do.
Would you describe the boyfriend as a person of interest?
I don't want to comment on where the investigation's heading or anything like that at this point. It's very preliminary.
So what's the future at this point? So it's 2 days after you guys found this poor girl, and still no person of interest, still no suspect, still no arrest. What's next?
Well, we're just going to continue to interview, go out of farther layers of people who would know the parents, know the history of the family, things of that sort. Hopefully something will shake loose.
Has the boyfriend refused to answer questions?
He invoked his right to counsel. I can't say that he refused to cooperate.
Should people in that complex have anything to worry about? Is this a random act, or is this other people? Should they be worried?
It doesn't seem to be a random act. I wouldn't say there's any reason for general alarm in the neighborhood.
She's 3 years old. How long could this abuse have been going on?
It's hard to say. We're trying to work on a history of what went on with that group of individuals right now.
But you don't know of any history in the home that,
That's our first dealing with those people.
How long have they lived there?
I don't know that.
So, I mean, if they could have lived somewhere else and just moved in there, which means it'd be hard for you to find out in this early age of the investigation.
It wouldn't be impossible to find out, but like I said, we don't. This is our first encounter.
Did the autopsy indicate how old the injuries are, or did the autopsy indicate how old the injuries were, how far back they go?
Not that I'm aware of. It's only that there was older injuries and then the newer one.
Broken bones?
I don't believe that was in the report.
So you talking about how hard is it for people to investigate a sexual crime against somebody that younger than age?
It's difficult for our investigators, but the men and women of the Amherst Police Department are professionals, and we hope to get to the bottom of this sooner than later.
Is the 1-year-old, is he or she in any danger?
I can't comment on that.
Was it a boy or a girl, the 1-year-old?
I believe it was a boy.
So he's now with family members. Is there any chance that he goes back to his mother?
That would be up to persons other than the Amherst Police Department to determine.
I guess I'm just struggling, I mean, there's a little kid who died, and the same people who were there when this kid died are now, they have access to other kids, and, I don't understand.
I really don't know honestly where that child is right now, and I'm sure there's other agencies that are investigating what went on in that household.
Do you know, has CPS been involved?
I don't know that.
Will they be involved now?
Yes, we did notify them.
As part of protocol, you would have to notify them if something happened in the house, like with a child, following protocol.
So what's happening in the investigation right now? I'm still not seeing the connection here. Like, what is going on right now?
Obviously, we have theories that we're pursuing, but until we can develop probable cause to make an arrest, there's not much else we can do. We're following up leads and talking to everybody that we can talk to.
Do you know where the mother and the boyfriend are now?
Do we know where the mother and the boyfriend are right now?
Yes. They're with relatives.
Okay, they're with relatives.
Is there a chance you'll be talking to them again, the mother and the boyfriend?
Are we going to re-interview the mom and the boyfriend?
We will be interviewing a lot of people.
Yes, we're going to be re-interviewing a lot of people.
Okay, so boyfriend invokes his right to counsel. Mom talks to you. What was mom able to tell you?
I can't get into the details of what was said.
Okay, so has the lawyer come to the boyfriend's aid yet, and have the two of them spoken to you?
He's leaving. I apologize. I know he invoked his right to counsel last night, and then that stopped the interview.
In the 9/11 call, without saying what was said verbatim, was it calm? Was it panic? Can you say anything about that call without getting into the specifics of the
I haven't heard it.
for most people, this would seem like an open and shut case. Why is it not? Why is there so much more that needs to go on?
Everybody's entitled to due process under the law, and it's our job to make a case that can proceed in court, and we're still attempting to do that.
Are you confident you'll be able to make an arrest in the near future?
I'm confident we'll do everything that we can. I can't guarantee there's going to be an arrest.
That's alarming that you can't guarantee that there's going to be an arrest in this toddler's death.
Yeah, unequivocal deaths are very challenging to law enforcement. It's the standard is what it is, and it'd be nice to, if we bring a shoddy case to the district attorney, that's not going to go anywhere anyway. So we have to cover all our bases.
Did the autopsy point to a time of death? How long the child had been dead?
I don't know that.
And just to clarify, I know you said it was the mother who called 911.
I'm not sure who, somebody from the apartment called.
So either the mother or the boyfriend.
So we don't know this is a homicide yet, is this what? I'm
It's
sorry.
a suspicious death, and the autopsy did indicate there was a blunt force trauma to the
Had the parents left
child.
the child with anyone, in anyone's care and had gone out and come back? Did they say anything about that at all, or?
I can't get into the particulars of that.
So there potentially could be other people you're looking at besides mother and boyfriend?
We haven't ruled anybody out yet.
Has she been, without getting, I know you said you don't have a time frame. Was it 24 hours or longer if the kid may have been dead before it was noticed?
They performed CPR and transported the child, so I guess you could infer what you want from that.